Game 1. We're going to be going on to Game 2, where Johlar and Magnum are going to be facing off on Shakuras Plateau. Bit of a bigger map than Zelnaga Cavern, so I'm worried for my life, as if it lasted for 40 minutes on Zelnaga, it's going to last for a damn sight longer here. So Johlar is going to be spawning as the purple Terran here in the bottom left position, and we do have indeed Magnum going to be spawning as the orange Protoss in the top right. And after that first game, Magnum coming out eventually on top, it was a bloody crazy ride though. And oh, they can't hear me because I'm not a referee. Bollocks. No, well, no worries. Johlar indeed, noobcaster. What a scrub. I didn't look. No, he's good. You still have Baneling. Oh well. So, yeah, indeed. So, Magnum is looking to play what looks like standard. No Forge Fast expands going on anytime soon for him, as Johlar just goes for a very, very standard opening once again. So, just going to chill out for a little bit whilst we let these guys get into the swing of things. BM indeed from Johlar. Nice drink. Everyone, you should drink water. Or lemonade. Because lemonade's so much better than water. Oh dear. And yeah, so Magnum looking to play very standard. No doubt going to be throwing down that gateway very soon. And actually scouting the wrong position first off, but it looks like Johlar is also going to be scouting the wrong position first as well. As is always so very standard in these matches. First barracks now going down for Johlar, and please, for the love of God, someone make this game shorter than the last one. No, I'm joking. I love to see long games, but ultimately they destroy my throat to no end. So we do have a refinery going down from Johlar, so I won't be surprised if we saw a tech lab coming down on that barracks anytime soon. And you know, at the same time, we do have a very, very standard opening from Magnum at this point, going for very, very standard gas timing after that gateway, and just continuing to produce probes. Nice chrono boosting on there. And Magnum getting all the intel he needs right now. He sees the gas, probably no doubt going to be clicking on it in order to see how much gas has been mined from there. Very, very important to do that, just in case that gas timing did go down way before the barracks, as Terran can pull off some very, very interesting Banshee openings on one gas. So we'll have to see how that goes. And oh, Magnum, how did you get away from that, you tricky little trickster you? And so Magnum actually going to be throwing down a Cybernetics core. Once again, very, very standard timing. After chrono boosting out a significant amount of probes. And Johlar here just going to be throwing down a few more supply depots. Actually catching that was a very nice catch there by Johlar on that probe. And Magnum not too happy about that. But oh well. Oh well. Not much else going on right now other than Johlar getting a ton of scouting intel here. Really want to see this get picked off. Not too bad here. May see it. Nope. The CV will indeed escape. Stalker on the way, so it would have gone down very, very quickly if it weren't for that. And now concussive shells on the way, and Johlar looking to do a very similar push to the one we saw in Game 1. So will he wait for that second Marauder? Would really like to see that if that does occur. Looks like he's going to be saving up quite a lot of minerals here, so maybe going to be going for an expand after that one Rax. But a lot of minerals just got dumped somewhere. Where was it? I'm not 100% sure. Oh, on a supply depot. Haha. So, yeah, I mean, the second gateway now coming down for Magnum. Maybe going to be going for a 2-gate expand. Very, sort of a late second assimilator in essence. For this kind of build, I'm not 100% sure on that timing, but indeed we do have Johlar going to be going for that command center, and I wouldn't have minded seeing that second Marauder out there, so he could have done a little bit of a push, as 2 Marauders, 1 Marine and an SCV do significant amounts of damage to the Stalker and Zealot that are there. So Magnum now looking to expand himself by the looks of things, and Johlar though going to be ahead slightly in the economy game, as he does have those mules out as well. I'm doing a lot of boxing, sorry about that. Some people do complain about the boxing, but who cares, it shows that you play, right? And Johlar now just going for 2 barracks and a factory as well. So interesting choice, getting that factory out a little bit quicker than he did last game. As he went for the 3 barracks before actually expanding during that game. So we'll have to see what both players do here. And Johlar actually doing a good job of scouting here, just scouting every potential avenue for those pylons. And most of the time you do see pylons on this low ground here, high ground even, in order to be able to warp in units for some kind of 4-gate push, etc. And you know, he's going to be able to scout all this area, doing a good job of that, whilst Magnum just goes for his expansion. So Magnum actually getting a Robo Bay now, Robo Facility even, in a very similar fashion to the way we saw last game, and he's got like a tried and tested build, I imagine, for PvT that he's really utilising here. A Starpot now going out from Johlar, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scan drop at the similar timing to the last game in order to be able to spot if there are any Robo Bays going down, but alas, the Robo Facility isn't even done yet, so we'll have to see. Transferring quite a few drones over here for Magnum. It really looks like he's going to be on top of things. Let's just come to the income tab right now. Both players pretty damn even. Mule's just going to be able to edge Johlar ever so slightly ahead, as he is going to be pushing out ever so slightly with what looks like a pretty scary force, but not enough to be able to deal with any kind of defense that is currently in place for Magnum. Magnum will see this though, as ultimately, you know, he's going to know if anything's coming. And where are these units actually rallied to? They were going somewhere. They were going up there somewhere, no worries. And doing a little bit of a switcheroo here, going to be getting out some Vikings and Medivacs very quickly. And does he actually know that that Robo Bay is on the way? We shall have to see. Does he know? No, he doesn't yet. He hasn't dropped any scans just yet, but ultimately that Robo Bay is on the way at a similar timing to last game once again. So he's going to have to decide between Medivacs and Vikings. He's just going for the Medivac option right now, as ultimately he doesn't actually know that the Robo Bay is there yet. Some more barracks actually on the way for Johlar. He's getting his economy up nicely at this base, and just continuing to produce those SCVs. A nice awareness here from Johlar, just kind of searching around the map to see if any more expansions are on the way. He must realise by now that that expansion is down, despite not scouting it, as there has not been any pressure coming from Magnum just yet, so that's a good thing to suggest. And oh, actually, he's just dropped a scan, so did he see the Robo Bay? That was pretty average. No, he hasn't seen the Robo Bay, so that is a bit of a blunder. He really needs to be able to scout that out, or at least scout out this first Colossus, which is on the way, in order to be able to deal with that. Dropping a scan here in order to be able to try and take out that observer, but was unsuccessful. And now we do have thermal lands on the way for the Protoss, as well as Colossus. So now Medivac's just trundling across the map, but I'm pretty sure this observer has actually seen those Medivacs moving out. We will have to see how Magnum responds. He does have a lot of his Stalkers and SC actually selected. Yes, look at that, dividing his units up here. Really needs to continue that Colossus production. There we go. As soon as he hits 200 gas, goes for that next Colossus. And, you know, this could do potentially a bit of damage, but Magnum is preparing himself really nicely for it. So, Johlar is not going to be able to do much at all with this, but oh, taking a sneaky expansion up to the top left, that is going to put him in a good stead if he decides to just kind of SCV that up at a massive pace. And now where is this going? The drop over here is absolutely decimated by Magnum, so good job there from Magnum being able to deny that, but at the same time good job from Johlar actually being able to pick that up at a very quick pace. So now the drop does come in here by Magnum. He's really going to want to pull all his probes away, does indeed, and at the same time, oh, he sees the Robo Bay. Will he actually get a snipe off it? Not enough DPS here in order to be able to get the snipe, so now actually pushing in with these units, although no, he's not going to be able to get that, no way. And now the Thermal Lance does finish, and Johlar does not get the pick off that he wanted. At the same time, as I said before though, Johlar is going to be expanding up to this top left. Really nice use of that sneaky expansion. And Magnum though just kind of increasing his Colossus count. But now Johlar understands and realizes that the Colossus count is on the way. So he's going to be able to start producing the Vikings, which he is indeed. We do have armor level 1 coming out for Magnum. And ultimately Magnum, really kind of cautious here, really wants to protect this Robo Bay. He doesn't want it to die from the drop that could potentially occur once again. And that is good play by Magnum. If that Robo Bay does go down, not only does he lose the time of which he can produce Colossus, but also the 200 minerals for the Robo Bay. So that is very, very good indeed. Magnum now going to be expanding to the second natural, what I believe it to be, and now trying to drop once again, but doesn't actually get the opportunity to push back very quickly at this point. And Johlar in a bit of an interesting spot here. Both players going up to thirds, and we do see now he's just going to be making a few SCVs up here. Really would like to see this get droned up as quickly as possible. And oh my god, I missed the Robo Bay going down. I am so sorry. But actually sniping that off with a Marauder and a Marine, that is utterly ridiculous. Very nice play there by Johlar. And now a Templar Archives on the way, and trying to deny this Nexus from going down as well. Johlar just everywhere with these drops. He is no Diamond player. He is better than Diamond in my opinion, but oh well. Massive props to Johlar. He's Swedish, that's what it is. He's Swedish, so that's all it is. But at the same time, you know, Magnum does have a very, very scary force here. With that Templar Archives coming out, he may not even rebuild the Robo Bay, which would be an interesting choice if he doesn't. May just go very Templar heavy, maybe go for Archons as well, as Archons are so strong against clumped up forces like the Marine Marauder Ball, and now just dropping these units back in his base right now. Johlar going to stand himself in good stead going into the later stages of the game, getting that Ghost Academy for the EMPs, just continuing to produce those Vikings, and now actually nice scouting here by Magnum. He's going to be trying to see if there is a third, see this there isn't a third, and he's actually potentially going to be perplexed by it not being there. It'd be interesting to see if he does end up scouting up to this top position, dropping some mules up here, and this Observer though could end up scouting it out eventually. We'll have to see what does happen. And now Magnum just getting Psystorm out. Really, no, he hasn't built the Robo Bay just yet again. So that's an interesting choice. I must admit, I would like to see a lot of Archons out. Is getting Zealot Charge out, which is oh so vital. +1 weapons on the way for both players, as well as the armor for these Marine Marauder forces. And Mobius Reactor as well, so he's going to have a lot of EMPs should the battle come to it, and that's always what it comes to eventually in this kind of PvT kind of metagame in essence, the battle between storms and EMPs. Will Magnum actually land the perfect storms, or will the perfect EMPs land on the Protoss force? So we'll have to see. Armory now going down for Johlar, and just so you know, sound is kind of low, sorry. So, ultimately, yes, we shall have to see, and let me just correct that ever so slightly. Hopefully that should be okay. So now, making more barracks here, Johlar at this point, and I just need to minimise something, sorry about that. And Johlar, you know, kind of very content. He's got a very, very scary Marine Marauder force here. Up a 30 supply to the Protoss right now. And although the Protoss force does consist a lot of Colossus, etc., that is a very big disparity. Splitting up the force here could come in from two sides, could get a huge concave, huge storm landing on there. The Vikings engaged, doing a significant amount of damage to these Colossus. A nice force field actually prevent a lot of the fire from going down here, but Johlar actually doing so much damage. Oh my god, absolutely ripping apart the force of Magnum at this point, and wow, Johlar in a really good position right now, despite his forces being very, very low. Magnum GG's, and this is going to go to a Game 3, ladies and gentlemen, and good play from both players there.